In the present context of Christian leaders humiliating and misrepresenting Hinduism to draw converts into their fold, they have been letting loose a lot of misinformation about Hinduism. Probably they do not know that abusing another man's religion publicly on the YouTube or in a newspaper or in a public lecture is a punishable offense. It may be jail, it may be some other form of punishment. The Constitution does not give you the right to abuse other religions. It gives you the right to practice your own religion. It is because of the liberality and the generosity of Hindus that many of these people have not still been sent to jail. But the mischief is going on. So today, let me address this particular problem in the context of an Archbishop of Chennai calling Hinduism a fraud in an angry language circulating on the media, social media, electronic media. This warning, this awakening will not have any effect on the evangelists, I know. They are hell-bent upon continuing their evil work. But my idea is to protect the gullible Hindus, the fence-sitters, so-called fence-sitters, from the facts that are irrefutable. I shall do it in 3 or 4 installments. So he calls Hinduism as a fraud. Hinduism as a fraud. The question is, what is a fraud? A fraud is trying to say that something is true while it is not true, or trying to prove as untrue something that is true. To deny the validity of an experience is the same as to try to prove the validity of something that is not true. I don't know whether this metaphysical argument will be understood by you. Let me give you some examples and some more simpler explanations. What is religion after all? I am sorry to use the word religion. Out of the context of the Semitic religions, religion, in my view, and in the view of great free thinkers of the West, religion is the art of inner living of man. What you do to yourself, what you do to your inmost self when you are alone, that is religion. A shared religion may not be true because many people who come to share it with you may simply belong to your view without understanding what you say. So that a crowd is swollen, a crowd is built, an army is built, a regiment is built, it becomes a community. Religion dies when it becomes community, when it becomes even communalism, shall I say, when it becomes communism. All these are interrelated. Let me look at it from another angle. The Semitic religions, whether it is Jewish or Christian or Islamic, they are all centric or centralized religions. What is centralization? Centralization is to build a religion around a figure who founds it. It may be Moses, it may be Christ, it may be Muhammad, and his teachings are teachings in his name, teachings claim to have come from God who is invisible. In none of these religions, God is visible. It is the prophet who is visible. It is the prophet whom you have to fear, not so much as love. And if you don't fear him, if you don't follow him, there is a hell awaiting for you, an eternal hell of damnation. Now, so the central religions are organized like armies or regiments, barracks, barrack culture. So they go out to all the four corners of the world to gather followers, and the followers have to yield to the sway of the central teachings. Otherwise, they are punishable, and the punishments vary from period to period. I will go into elaboration a little later. And therefore, world conquest as an ideology is unavoidable in a centralized religion. All kinds of frauds are possible here. If you prove that your central leader of a religion is false, then your religion is gone. If somebody proves, as is being tried, if somebody proves that there was no Jesus, your religion is false. If somebody proves that some other founder, some other prophet is a fraud, your religion is gone. That is how Christianity has disappeared in the Western world. Islam is about to disappear from the world because there is a lot of terrorism in its name. Some people want to say the Islam of non-terrorism and the Islam of terrorism. I don't know whether it's a valid distinction at all. If terrorism disappears, if jihad disappears, I am sure Mohammedanism also will disappear. Unfortunately for them, Hinduism is not a centralized religion, and therefore it is eternally valid, Sanatana we say, and its teachings are as wide as the sky, as deep as the sea, and as old as time, as eternal as eternity itself, as infinity itself. There is no question of fraud in Hinduism at all. Let me elaborate it in my next installment.